So welcome to class, beautiful souls. Today's class is an invitation for self-care. So we're going to do a slow flow class to really connect with where we're at today, and followed by some holding of some postures for a bit longer than normal. So bring along some pillows. So let's begin by sitting comfortably in a cross-legged or long-legged position. Place your hands on your knees. Sit nice and tall with your spine really nice and straight. Imagine somebody's pulling you from the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders down and breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Just following your breath, moving through your body. Nothing else to think about but your breath. And then let's just take our head down and inhale, lift up. Exhale, head down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift up. Back to the center, turn to one side, tuck your chin in very slightly. Change. 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 And then rotate your head one way and rotate your head the other way. So every time we show up on the mat and change directions upwards, we're investing in our future wellness. We're preventing injuries. We're learning how our bodies function. Then back to center, rotate your shoulders back. Creating balance in our bodies with strength and flexibility to help prevent injuries. So place your hand near your hips, bring your hand over your ear. Keep the buttocks on the mat. And then change. Then we're going to come onto our knees and we're going to come into child's pose. So knees nice and wide. We're taking our torso to the middle of the mat. Exhaling for the count of 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 3, 2, 1. And completely surrendering on the mat. Connect to your breath. And as we connect to the breath, you're connecting to the present moment. This is your time you've allocated for you, so really try to be present here. If you find your mind wandering, just go back to your breath. Just be aware of the stages of the breath. There's a beginning, a middle, and the end of the breath. And then we add a little magic pause and then reverse the cycle. Coming on to our knees, we're going to melt the heart down. And if you want to, you can use a pillow to create a bit of elevation. And then place your head down on the mat. Feeling the upper back opening up. And if you've been doing these classes for a while, you should have noticed your posture has improved. And I certainly notice when I don't do the class how my posture is not as in alignment as when I do class. So it really is about just realigning, reconnecting with your body and your mind on a regular basis. And then gently release. Coming up onto all fours. Hands wider than the mat. Palms are planted firmly on the mat. Knees are hip distance apart. pull the belly button in and then gently release. Pull it in and gently release. Pull it in, gently release, and then just slightly pull it into a number 5. So 10 is completely contracting it. 0 is just letting it go and hang. Just have it at number 5 and try to keep it there. Now pull up your pelvic floor and then just release. So that pelvic floor is the muscle we use when we pass urine. So inhale, pull it up, squeezing, and then release. Let's do 10 of those pelvic floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold that pelvic floor, hold it there, and then gently release, and then just add another. So 10 is completely contracting it, and 0 is completely loose. See if you can hold it at 5. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, neutralizing your spine. Sink your chest towards your mat. And then inhale, lifting up, pulling the shoulder blades apart, sunking it down again. Inhale, lifting up. Remember to move with awareness. And back down. And back to neutral. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Moving with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck in the toes, coming gently and slowly in a downward facing dog. So we're just walking it out. Feeling the dog, walking it out. Left, right. Left, right. And then just bend the knees. See if you can lengthen your spine. Then come into a high plank. Bending the knees. Coming into the plank. High plank. Bending the knees. Into the plank. And then hold it here. Maybe even come up onto your toes. Then come back onto your heels. Breathing in. And breathing out. Feeling the spine lengthening. Creating space in between each and every vertebra. Letting the flow of energy in your central nervous system flow with ease. Lean forward onto your hands. Step your right foot forward. Left foot forward. And then just hang there. Hanging there, let your head, the weight of your head, off your neck. You can bend your knees if you want to. Flushing out that complexion, holding it there, feeling the blood rushing to the forehead. So normally we got gravity against us, but now we're just reversing that gravity. So it's really good for your skin, just flushing out the blood. It's not often we're upside down, so if you've got anything not serving you, any thoughts not serving you, let them roll off the crown of your head onto the floor and away from you for the next 45 minutes. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, tuck the neck in, frame the foot, and then just walking your hips out. Feeling the stretch in the hips. Hips can get tight if you're walking, running, or sitting for long periods of time. And also as we get older, things start to feel different, so we want to maintain it. It's like a big oiling can coming to our bodies
every time you show up on the mat. And then pull the belly button in and roll up one vertebra at a time, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale, lifting up the arms. Palms together, reach up, lean back. And then bring the hands to prayer. We're coming down into forward bend. Tucking in the neck. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, tucking the neck. Framing the foot. Right leg back. Left leg back. And you can be in the dog, or if you want to add a bit more heat into the body, come into the tricep push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And breathe. Connecting to the breath. The beginning, the middle and the end of the breath. And the magic pause. Lean forward onto your hands. Step the right foot forward. Left foot forward. Tucking in the neck. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, lifting up. Reaching back. Exhale, forward bend. Tuck it in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck it in. Frame the foot. Left leg back. Right leg back. Either in a downward facing dog or flow it out. And breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling your body. Feeling those little tweaks you can make to deepen the stretch. Or maybe even take it back a bit if you need to. Lean forward onto your hands. Step your left foot forward, right foot forward. Tuck in the neck. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, tucking it in. Inhale, lifting up. Palms together, forward bend. Tuck in the neck. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, tuck it in. Frame the foot. This time we're taking the left leg back. Holding it down, abs pulled in, and we're lifting up into the lunge. Lifting it up into the lunge. And let's see if we can sink down and back up. And this time add in those cactus arms, opening up the chest, opening up the heart. One more time. And then coming in to a warrior. And breathe. And see if we can extend the hands up, extend the leg, and then bring it back down. Inhale, lifting, and down. Inhale, lifting, and down. Imagine you're pushing the energy away with your hands. Turn to face the front finger. Bring the back hand in front, framing the foot, and then kicking back into downward facing dog, or flow it out. And breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Lean forward onto your hands. Step the left foot forward. Sinking, lifting. Bringing the hands up. Let's see if we can sink it down. And add the cactus arms, opening up the chest for 3, 2, 1. Coming into a warrior. Sinking down, spine straight. Lifting the hands up. And then coming down. Lifting the hands up. And coming down. Lifting the hands up. And coming down. Bringing the back hand in front, hands to prayer, coming down into your high plank or your dog or your flow. And breathe here, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. Lean forward onto your hands, and slowly coming down onto your belly. Bring the hands near your shoulders, fingertips in line with your shoulders. Chin on the mat, feet pressed firmly on the mat, and we're just going to lift up, holding it for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Dropping it back down. See if you can drop the fingertips lower a bit, and this time we're going to lift up again for 3, 2, 1. Dropping it down, and let's see if we can lift the feet and the chest up. Lifting it for 3, 2, 1. Dropping it down, bringing your head to one side, and then just lying there, connecting to your breath, keeping your gaze to the edge of the mat, staying present on your mat. And we're going to bring the chin on the mat, and lift the chest and the feet, and lift the hands, palm facing up. Inhale, lifting up, holding it for 3, 2, 1. Dropping it down, lifting up again, holding it for 3, 2, 1. One more time, lifting up, holding it for 3, 2, 1. Bringing the hands down, pushing away and coming into child's pose. And breathe. Surrendering on the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly coming back up. I'm going to place the pillows on the mat. I've got them long ways. And I'm going to turn around. So you can use 1 or 2 pillows, it doesn't matter. Do what suits you. And we're just going to lie down. So make those little adjustments to make it comfortable for you. And then we're going to open up the heart, opening the front of your body, opening up the shoulders, rolling them back, feet nice and wide. Just let the feet flop open. Now I invite you just to connect to your breath. And when you're breathing, be aware of your breath. Breathing in for the count of 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. Two more breaths. And then gently lifting up, taking those pillows away, lying down on the mat. If you need to bend your knees, whatever suits you. Remember to listen to your body and breathe. And sometimes these postures that we hold a bit longer, we're not moving around, and that stillness can be quite uncomfortable We're so used to moving. We just want to slow things down here. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. This is your self-care practice. So we're going to get those pillows. I'm going to pop them underneath my tailbone. And you can use one or two. If you've got a block, you can also put a block underneath. Whatever suits you. And this is when we're going to lie down. Feet flopped open, and we're creating space on the front of the hip and the thigh. Now this space here is congested normally when we're sitting, and that can cause tight hips, tight lower back. So we're just really allowing the energy to flow through, creating space in our fascia. You can bring your hands up over your head, our connective tissue, and in that fascia we also hold emotions there. Sometimes you may have experienced emotions being churned up during your practice, and that's perfectly okay, because our body holds on to things, and in class we're just letting it go. It doesn't need us anymore. We don't need it anymore. We're letting it go. So go back to that breath, exhaling for the count of 3, 2, 1. Inhaling. 3, 2, 1. Feel your ribs expanding. And then exhale. Two more breaths. And then just gently releasing. Lying down on the mat, making that connection to the breath. Beautiful. And if you need to hug your knees in, hug your knees in. Rocking from side to side. This time we're bringing the soles of the feet together. If you want to, you can put your pillow to support the opening. Inside groin, hips opening up. Again, you've got the option to bring the hands over your head and connect to your life force, the breath, the power of the breath. One simple thing we cannot live without, but it's so vital in our being. Two more breaths. And then gently bringing the knees together, taking the pillows away, lying down on the mat. And then we're going to bring our feet up. We're going to go into happy baby. So we're going to grab hold of the outer edge of the foot. And we're just holding it here. You're pulling the knees in. tucking your chin in slightly and breathe. Two more breaths. And then gently, gently, gently releasing. Lying down on the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to take ourselves towards the wall. We're going to bring the buttocks close to the wall, then we're going to flip the legs up. Flipping the legs up. And then again, you've got the option of bringing the hands above your head. And just feel the blood rushing down from your toes to your ankles, calves, shins, knees, thighs, and then let's just open up the legs. So stretching out the inside thighs. You might even feel a stretch in the inside knees, that's okay. But to listen to your body, always staying connected to what's going on with your body. So if you need to sort of bring it back in, bring it back in. There's no competition here. We're not comparing ourselves to anybody. You're just doing what you need today, and every day is different depending on what's happened. So just honor where you're at today. And just focus on your breath. That's the only thing you've got to focus on, is the breathing. Your breath will guide you as to how deep you can go. Two more breaths. And then gently bringing your feet back, rolling over to one side. Beautiful. You can keep the theme. So the knees are nice and wide. You can have your pillows as well, that helps. Okay, knees are wide. The feet are behind your knees, and we're just coming down onto our elbows. Now you can wiggle your buttocks forward and back. Find that sweet spot. Just focus on your breath. Two more breaths.
And then just gently coming back, releasing those pillows, bringing your legs nice and long. You're going to sit nice and tall. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Now, if you want to, you can take some pillows underneath your knees. You can even put a pillow in front of you and just roll down. It's about creating comfort, just surrendering. As we surrender, our body starts to open up. We're not fighting it, we're just letting it hang. And as we breathe, your body might invite you to go deeper. Two more breaths. And then gently release. We're going to come and lie down on the mat. Lying down on the mat, hugging our knees in, massaging our lower back. One way, we're circling the other way. Then we're going to bring one leg, and then we're just going to take the opposite foot, the knee, and pop the hand on the opposite knee. And if you want to, you can put a pillow there for comfort. Up to you. And then just turn our head to the other direction. And we're just going to hold it here. And breathe. So this one's really good for your digestive system. We're twisting it, wringing it out, helping it to promote elimination of unwanted goods. And then gently release. Let's do the other side. Bending the knee. Taking the knee over your body. Turning your head away. Relaxing your shoulders. Just surrendering with your breath. Every time you exhale, you're just melting in. And then gently release. We're taking the feet nice and wide and we're dropping the knees over to one side, popping the front foot on the back knee. Again, creating space on the front of the hip. Bring the hands above your head and breathe.
And then gently release, taking the knees over to the other side, popping the foot on the back knee, changing the hand grips of those elbows, and breathe. And then gently release, hugging the knees in, circling one way, circling the other way. Beautiful. Take your hips over to your left of the mat, taking your hands and feet over to the right, popping the left foot on top of the right, grabbing hold of the left wrist, dropping the left hip down, and breathe. Nice long deep breaths. Every time you breathe, just imagine you're feeding your body oxygen it needs to open up, to release. And then gently release, taking the hips over to the right, taking the feet over to the left, popping the right foot on top of the left, grabbing hold of the right wrist, dropping the right hip down towards the mat. And then gently release, hugging the knees in, circling one way. Last massage, last little massage for your lower back. And if there's any last minute stretch you feel you need today, go ahead and do so. And then when you're ready, just come and lie down on your back. You can have your knees bent, or you can put a pillow underneath your knees. Your feet are flopped open, your palms are facing up, your shoulders are relaxed, and just tuck in your chin slightly. And just surrender with your breath, taking a nice big exhale for the count of 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for the count of 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for the count of 3, 2, 1. And just follow your breath moving through your body. Stay in this space, observing your breath. There's a beginning, a middle and the end, and add that magic pause. If you find thoughts coming through your mind, just acknowledge them and let them pass.
And while you're lying there, I'm just going to share something with you today. Focus on what you like. Too often we focus on what we need to change about ourselves. We are waiting for perfection before we love ourselves completely. You can change this self-critical programming by looking at what you like about yourself and giving yourself positive feedback. Appreciate the beauty in your body and focus on the qualities you admire about yourself. Your body will respond to this appreciation and grow increasingly beautiful. I see many things I like about myself. And while you're lying there in this beautiful space you've created, think of 3 things that you like about yourself. I know this is hard to do sometimes, but just think of 3 things you like about yourself. Inhale each one of those things into your body and exhale gratitude out into the universe. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And then whenever you're ready, you can start adding movement back into your body. Take a couple of deep breaths, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, turning your head left to right. And then just bending your knees, rolling over to one side. And feel free to stay here for as long as you need today. This is your space you created. I thank you for your time. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.